All right, everybody, welcome back to the Infinite Gold Podcast. It is your show host, Bre and Anthony Goldner. If you're new here, welcome. If you like the show, share the show. All of our links are attached in the bio. And if you think that somebody could benefit from listening to our episodes, and especially, the ones where we have our special guests, because they've got a lot of gold nuggets to share with us, please share the show. Today, we've got a special guest, Courtney Ahdoot. She's a coach and health authorization specialist and fitness competition, lifestyle coach, wellness. You can find her on Instagram at Courtney_Kyle88. And she also has a 30-day challenge coming up. Sign up now, guys.
Courtney, how are you doing today?
I am so good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
This is going to be a great episode because before we jumped on, we were talking about, wellness. We're talking about peptides, and that's like
Peptide girly.
it's a huge thing right now. But let's start back. Who are you? Why should people, reach out to you, and just give us a little quick bio of you?
Absolutely. So I'm a health optimization specialist for a company called Rise Athletic Performance. And Rise Athletic Performance has been around for about a decade. It has a span of about 43 health optimization specialists on staff. And the aim of the company, while the name is Athletic Performance, is about lifestyle wellness. And yes, we do work with bodybuilders, powerlifters, anybody in the competitive space to get them on stage or on the platform. But we aim at just helping people live better, healthier, longer lives. And our goal is, yes, absolutely.
Here.
We do that through a functional lens. So we look at everything from the top or from the bottom up, looking at building the foundation of that lifestyle health pyramid. So addressing nutrition, training, supplementation, looking at blood work from an optimal standpoint, not just, are you fitting into the reference range? Are you normal? Are you, while still presenting with all kinds of symptoms? Helping people really resolve underlying causes of gut issues and hormone imbalances and all of the things, and using peptides, supplements, food, training, and then daily lifestyle habits to make those changes so that in 30 days, 60 days, we are not just crash dieting you to help you lose 10 pounds, but you get done with your coaching cycle and you are now equipped with the education and with the habits that are going to keep you healthy in the long run. So our goal is longevity. Our goal is to help people get out of those illness ruts and kind of take control back of their lives.
Yes.
So it's a pretty fun spot to be. I got my degree in health science from Chapman, and then I actually went into the cosmetic space and personal care for I was in the space for about a decade in total, and I was a chemist in the space. I did research and development and product development and worked a lot with peptides on the personal care side. And then when I got into health and wellness, was like, oh, there's peptides over here too. And realized I could already speak the language and understand kind of the biochemistry along with the physiological aspect of it. So became the peptide expert, #buff chemist over here. And so I help a lot of our other health optimization specialists with their peptide protocols for their clients, and ultimately I'm able to provide that extra little gold nugget to my clients and to the people that work with me. So it's a very fun space to be in.
That's so cool. And it sounds like the peptides thing and the chemistry that's followed you since you started.
Yes. It was a
It was
very
where you're meant to be.
logical transition. I was like, oh, this is literally my worlds coming together. Health, wellness, bodybuilding, chemistry. I feel at home here.
Yes. Did you love when that happens?
It all comes together.
In alignment. We talk a lot about
Yep,
that.
we do.
Absolutely.
So what brought you from the cosmetology space into the health and wellness space? Like, why health and wellness?
Absolutely. So I started working with my own coach, who has now she's still my coach, but she's also my mentor. And she wears a lot of hats in my life. And I started working with her about 3 years ago. And when I started working with her, I had zero intention of moving into anything more than just wanting to get healthy myself
Mhm.
and wanting to eventually step on stage. And I was working with her for about a year and a half, and
Mhm.
she ran a very similar 30-day challenge. And she had so many signups, and she had so many people that were interested in working with her to change their lives. And she was overwhelmed, and she was like, "All right, Court, you've been working with me for a year and a half. You know my systems, you know how I coach. Can you please help me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Why not? Like, it'll keep me
Awesome.
busy."
Mhm.
And I started helping her, and immediately just had that call on my heart where it was just so fulfilling to give back and to be that person that my
Mhm.
coach has been for me to somebody else. And I just got bit with the help and with that bug, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And as soon as that challenge was over, talked to the owner of Rise and was like, "Hey, I think I want to do this." And I stayed in health and wellness. It was just kind of a side gig for me.
Yeah.
It was something I knew I wanted to pursue, but I
Mhm.
wasn't ready to go all in yet. And then in March of this year, God had some big plans for me, and so he kicked me through that
Mhm.
door, and he was like, "You're gonna go full time." And so I went full time with my coaching, and left the personal care industry, and have been just making it happen ever since, and absolutely loving every bit of it.
That's so cool. Now tell me, like, go how what was that transition like? Going from the cosmetic space to now taking on your coaching full time? Like, how was that overwhelming? Were you just like, oh my gosh, what do I do with myself? Like, what's the next step? Like, how am I going to do this?
Yes.
Did any of those thoughts go through your mind?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Overwhelmingly positive experience, but I'm human. It's a
Mhm.
transition. It's a
Yeah.
huge change. And I think there will continue to be,
Mhm.
um,
Always.
always those moments of, am I doing the right thing? Is this what I am supposed to be doing? Is this the smart decision for my
Mm.
life?
Mhm.
I'm a person of faith, and I believe tremendously that God would not have put the calling in the space and put the calling on my
Mhm.
life if he was not going to walk alongside me throughout the process.
Mhm.
And leaning on my faith and leaning on the other people in my life, my mentors, the other coaches in the space, um, my support system, all of that, and getting that reassurance on those dark days where it's like, "Okay, guys, are we sure? Are we sure?" And, ultimately just one of those things where I'm one of those people, if I want something bad enough, I'm gonna make it happen. And,
Heck
you
yeah.
definitely have to have that, like, entrepreneurial
Ooh.
spirit
Oh, yeah.
of, like, "I'm gonna make it happen,"
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
fully walk in it. But, people ask me, "Oh, like, what is your work schedule like?" I'm like, "Any and all the time."
Accurate. It's the
Whenever
kind of
it
schedule no one
it
understands.
yeah, it's just it's a constant pursuit. But yeah, that
Mhm.
transition was, you know, there was a lot of fear in it, and
Mhm.
maintaining a very positive and um optimistic mindset is not always easy.
Ooh,
But
right there,
ultimately,
yep.
if you're going to it's just about keeping the promises that you've made to yourself at the end of the day.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You mentioned optimism, and that's one of the things we talk about a lot is, having optimism versus maybe positivity. Like, we're not going to be positive all the time. Like, there's going to be some crappy days. But if we're optimistic, like you said, you have faith that things are going to happen and it's going to happen for a reason, then things are going to be a lot smoother and you're more likely to hit those goals and that you have in front of you.
Yeah.
To touch on that a little bit more too, is you just did this transition literally a couple months ago. What would you say to somebody else who has, these ideas, these dreams, and they're just like, I don't know, or they're like walking that thin line? Like, what would you say to them, or how would you convince them to go one way or another?
Pray and get ready to work.
Yes.
Because I think you need to be you need to have that full conviction where you have to believe in yourself.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
first and foremost, nobody else can do that for you. It doesn't matter how
Nope.
great your mentorship is, how
100%.
great your
Mhm.
support system is. If
Yes.
you don't, at the core of your being, believe in your
That's
success,
so good.
you are setting yourself up for failure. And
Mhm.
that's not to say that doubt isn't going to creep in, that
No.
imposter
Yep.
syndrome isn't going to creep in
All the time.
all the time.
Yes.
All the time. But
Mhm.
you have to build that foundation, and you have to be so rock solid in
Mhm. Yeah.
that when those days come, you go, I know I can weather this storm.
Mhm.
Heck
So
yeah.
pray and get ready and then get ready to work, because like I said, like,
Ooh.
it's not a 9 to 5. It
Mm-mm.
is
No.
it
They
is
all know.
it's an all the time, anytime, especially when you're working with other people and
Mhm.
you've set out and you've established yourself as being a mentor, a coach,
Mhm.
Yeah.
a pillar in their life. When they have those moments of doubt, of insecurity, it doesn't matter
Mhm.
what time it is. You have to
They're
you
texting you. They're
signed up.
calling you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you
You're the
signed up to be that
cornerstone.
person for them.
Mhm.
So there's a huge human aspect to it too, but I truly believe that it's not the most talented people that win. It's the people that are the most hardworking. It's the people that
Agreed.
don't go, oh, it's 6 o'clock, clocking out. It's the
Yes.
people that are putting in those extra hours that fortune favors the work.
Mhm.
And I think that um it seems glamorous to say, I
It
work
really
for
does.
myself and
I'm an
I'm an
entrepreneur.
entrepreneur, but you gotta be ready to assume the work and the load that comes with that responsibility.
Yeah, totally. Well, and people really, I think, idolize and or galvanize
Mhm.
the title of entrepreneur. And it is not sexy, as we know. It is not sexy. There's nothing sexy about it. I was just talking with my mentor yesterday on our call, and we're like, entrepreneurship is like the most ugly sweater on the rack in Macy's during the 90s. If you can imagine the most ugly sweater in that time, you're like, yeah, accurate. It is.
But
Because
they're
not,
most rewarding.
yes, but the most rewarding for the people that do put in the time, that
Yes.
do put in the work, and that do put their whole heart into it authentically. And what we're lacking today, we know, is authenticity. So it's like when
Authenticity.
what we're missing in the world is human connection. So
Mhm.
connecting with people like you and me and Anthony, people are like, we need that in our lives.
One of the
It's
things that I love you touched on, that entrepreneurship is basically a 24/7, 365. But, and it's one of the things we're talking about right now, is burnout. And we're talking
Yes.
about, self-care. What is it that Courtney does, and does Courtney recommend to people who are entrepreneurs or who are high performers and they're always in go mode? How do we slow them down, or how do we transition them into taking care of themselves?
absolutely. So one of the ways that I've looked at it, because this is something I've struggled with and will continue to struggle with because of
Yes.
my personality tendencies.
That's me. That's
Yeah,
100% me. Yeah.
exactly. It takes one to know one.
Yep,
But
it does.
um I work with a sports psychologist who is phenomenal, and I also work with a lifestyle coach and she handles more. I work with her for kind of everything, and then I work with him, my sports psychologist, for more of just the bodybuilding side of
Yeah.
things.
Mhm.
I use them together. I call them my dream team. Uh,
Mhm.
Love it.
You gotta
and
have that.
yeah,
It doesn't
absolutely.
matter who you are.
You got to have your team. That would be probably my third piece. Pray, get ready to work, and then create a team
Mhm.
of people, of mentors, of people that you trust, look up to, can confide in,
Mhm.
and are going to be there to help you weather those storms. Those would be my three pieces, to go back to that.
Mhm.
But as far as looking at like burnout and how to incorporate that, is
Mhm.
taking breaks, taking rest, taking
Yeah.
meaningful rest, not just,
Mm.
how can I sit on the couch more productively right now? How can I
Yes.
how can I relax in a more productive way this evening? Um,
That's my issue always. Yeah.
100, yeah. It's yeah,
Mhm.
and realizing that those are not if we're driving a car, taking those
Mhm.
breaks, taking that rest is not stopping the car. It's
Mm, I like
it
that.
allows you to keep moving forward.
Mhm.
And if you continue to drive your car, eventually you're gonna run out of gas. Eventually you're gonna
Yeah.
need an oil change. Eventually, and if you push those things off and if you ignore them and
Mhm.
if you just sweep them aside and you go, "No, I can push another 100 miles. I can push another 100 miles." All of a sudden those 100 miles, yeah, it might take you an hour and a half. It's not that much longer, but
Mhm.
eventually those add up and add up and add up, and now you need a new engine, you need a new
Mm.
transmission. You gotta
Mhm.
put in a lot more work to fix your car than if you just stop for gas every 300 miles.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a good
So,
point.
maintaining that regularity in it, and
Mhm.
if you are somebody that is like a high performer, put it into your schedule. Put it
Mm.
Yeah.
into your day. Put it like add it into your life so it's not an afterthought. It's not it's 10 p.m., you've wrapped up your last call for the day, you're ready to, collapse and you're like, "Well, I guess I could take 10 minutes to unwind right now." No, like, what are you going to do to fill your cup? And filling your cup
Yeah.
from a restorative
Ooh.
standpoint does not have to be binging an entire TV show in an evening. It could
Mhm.
be going outside and getting a walk in. That's still
Yes.
productive towards my
Mhm.
health and fitness goals. It could
Mhm.
be going to the gym.
Yes.
That's still productive towards my
Mhm.
bodybuilding goals. So finding different ways and different ways of release and different ways of relaxation that still feel authentic to relaxing for you, but also are things that feel attainable for you to continue and make a habit in your life. If going on a weekend unplugged vacation is not feasible for you, then that's not
Mhm.
what relaxation has to look like for you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mhm.
And realizing that's going to look different for everybody, but it's about how are you going to how are you going to maintain your car? How are you going to maintain your engine so that you can, keep driving it for a long time?
Yeah, so good. Oh my gosh. I'm
That's
having so much fun here. She's just got so many golden nuggets
oh,
already,
the
like,
energy.
that,
Yeah.
and I love your energy. I feel like literally we are in such alignment with everything that you're doing, what we're doing, and it, like, just the collaboration we've got going on right here
Mhm.
feels so powerful and so in alignment.
It's
I
good
just love it.
stuff.
I'm so
It's good
excited.
stuff.
So, what does Courtney like to do? Obviously, working out's probably one of them, but what's besides work and the working out? What does Courtney do to relax, recover, and break away for a bit?
Absolutely. So I definitely rely on the gym a lot
Yep.
for my that's like my day-to-day, okay, how am I going to kind of do the little things? How
Mhm.
am I gonna take the trash out of my car at the end of the day? Like, how am I gonna do those little, like, itty-bitty maintenance things?
Mhm.
That's the gym for me. That's
Mhm.
the daily like, task. Spending time, in my faith is huge for recharging my
Mhm.
soul on a spiritual level, making sure that I'm showing up for myself, spiritually is very, very big for me. I
Mhm.
also love to, I'm a big concert and live music girl.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
slipping away for a concert with my mom or with some of my girlfriends,
Mhm.
having some fun that way. I try to incorporate my people
Mhm.
into my rest
Mhm.
because I compete in
Yep.
bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is a very isolated sport. Yes,
Mhm.
you have a
Mhm.
team behind you. Yes, you have your coach. Yes. But it can get kind of lonely and it can get
Yeah.
pretty isolated and it can also get isolated from the standpoint of I am doing it by myself, but also there's a certain
Mhm.
amount of pushing people away that has to happen for you to
Yeah.
lock in the way that you need
Yes.
to.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and so I recognize that, and I know that my relationships need to have their cups filled as well.
Mhm.
So when I am in that rest, relax, recharge mode, incorporating those people into those moments so that I am maintaining those
Mhm.
relationships, whether it's family, friends, what be it. So making sure that I'm I'm including that in my life
Mhm.
because those are what's going to fulfill me in the long run. But the gym, my concerts, my faith, my friends are amazing. My friends are living a life as a bodybuilder comes with a certain task load that
Mhm.
inherently gets put on other people. My best friend knows to bring a cooler to the airport when she comes and picks me up for my meal prep. She knows that, Saturday afternoon, I'm gonna need to borrow her car so I can go to the gym and get my workout in. She knows that like, I'll be able to DD for her because I'm not gonna be partaking in any,
Mhm.
alcohol-related activities. Um, so there's a certain assumption that comes along with that friendship, but all my
Mhm.
friends, have assumed that role really really well, and so it's fun for me to go and spend time with them, and,
Yes.
they understand the MO behind the business.
Mhm.
Well, that's awesome that they're so willing to be a part of this journey with you and are like supporting you the way that they are and are like, hey, I'm on board with this. Courtney's really passionate about this and taking care of herself. We're here for it. Like, especially if I get to spend time with you, I'm here for it. Let's
Means
take
the
care of it
world to
all.
me. Every
I
time she
love
asks me,
that.
she's like, "Hey, I'm going to the grocery store before you get here, like, do you need me to get anything?" I'm like, "I could cry right now." Like, that's just
Oh,
it always it all like, those things, and that's it's those things in having a strong support system that allow
Mhm.
you to show up the way that you want to show up in your life, and that will never go 'cause nobody else chose this.
Mm-mm.
Nobody else made the decision of, "Oh, I'm gonna be a the bodybuilder support system," and
Yeah.
and that role being kind of thrust onto somebody, there's 2 ways that they can react. They can be like,
Mhm.
"Alright, weirdo, like, no, like,
Mhm.
we're going out to dinner, figure it out," or they show up at the airport with a cooler, and they're like, "How can we
that's
help
so
you?"
good.
Mhm.
And it's important to have more of the second type of person in your life.
Yes.
I love that. Now we talk about support systems and your coaches, your mentors, all those things. As a coach and a mentor yourself, when you've got your competitors that are struggling with their mindset, because as we know, preparing for a competition is very strict schedule, your strict workouts, your strict meal plans, all the things. That can't be easy on the mindset. Like when you're having to follow things to a T, especially if it's somebody new going into a competition scene. How do you help them get them through that with their mindset?
Yeah. It is something that I mean, I'm sure we've heard mm, the saying that like discipline is a muscle.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
have to develop it. It's not something where you walk into the gym for the first time and you're like, I am disciplined. Um,
Mhm.
and how great that would be. But
Right?
developing the discipline and developing the mindset is a huge part of like the pre-prep that I do with my clients and my athletes. So they come to me, they're like, "Hey, I want to do a show." And I'm like, "Cool." So alongside growing the muscle that we need aesthetically for the show,
Mhm.
pushing them to when they check in and they're like, "Oh, I didn't really wanna go to the gym this week, but I went anyway." Really celebrating and reinforcing
Mhm.
those
Yes.
positive moments and having them recognize, "All right, your motivation tank was on empty, but your discipline tank is what prevailed here. That is
Yep.
what we
Yeah.
need to find more of."
Mhm.
And I think that positive affirmation is a very, very powerful tool, whether that's coming
So
from
good.
yourself or your
Yeah.
coach or both,
Mhm.
making sure that you are recognizing the powerful things that you are doing in your life, the things that are positive in your life, whether that's looking in the mirror every morning and pointing out 5 things that you like about yourself that are not physical,
I love
um,
Yes,
that.
that is so good.
or it's in those moments having the strength to be vulnerable to your coach and saying, "I need I need a kick in the butt right now,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I need you to I do not wanna go to the gym, I do not wanna eat my meals." So I will say, "Okay, you're gonna FaceTime me when you walk into the gym every day this week, because if I don't get a FaceTime call from you,
I
we're gonna
know.
have a conversation about this."
Mhm.
So now
Woo.
it's like, all right, I don't wanna let my coach down, and really
Yeah.
what that's doing is it's just getting them out of that rut and
Mhm.
getting them
Uh-huh.
because those ruts don't last forever.
No.
It's
No.
it's it's just a moment, Or I really don't
Mhm.
want to eat my meals this week. All right, cool. You're going to send me a picture with a timestamp with you doing a little thumbs up for me, so I
Mhm.
know that you're eating your food. And again, it's not necessarily a I don't trust you. It's not
Mm.
a you need to prove it to me. It's a cool. You have come to me and
Mhm.
shared that this is a struggle for you right now, and this is a way that we are going to combat that and keep you accountable. Because I mean, something that I harp on constantly is your discipline is what allows you to keep the promises that you made to yourself.
Can you say
And
that
if
one more time for our listeners?
Love
your
That's a good
discipline
one.
feedback.
your discipline is what keeps you accountable to the promises that you have made yourself. And
Woo!
if you are going to if you are somebody that if you have a friend and they're like, "I wanna go get dinner with you. I wanna get dinner with you. I wanna go out with you. Can we do this?" And you are constantly bailing at the last minute, or you are constantly saying, "Oh my gosh, I would love to. I'll reach out to you next week," and you never do. Is your friend going to continue to reach out to you? Is your friend going to have faith
Mhm.
that when they reach out to you and say, "Hey, I'm having a birthday dinner next week. Can you make it?" Are they gonna have faith that you're gonna show up for them? No. So what's the difference when it's yourself and you say, "I'm going to get my steps every single day this week," and you don't, are you going to believe that you are somebody that can show up for yourself?
That's
No.
good.
You are training your brain to be placated. You are
Mhm.
training your brain to be content with letting yourself down. And eventually that is going to grow, and that is going to grow into resenting yourself. That is
Mhm.
going to grow into a lack of self belief that you are capable of doing hard things. Versus if
Mhm.
you're somebody that goes, "All right, yeah, I could very much cheat on my diet right now. I could very much go to bed and not get my cardio done for the day. I could very much walk out of the gym right now without finishing my last exercise because I don't like it." But every time you do those things, every time you do a hard thing that maybe you don't want to do, or maybe it would be convenient to say no to, you are affirming to yourself that you are worth showing up for.
That
You
right
are
there.
affirming to yourself that you are worth that little bit of struggle, that what you want is worth that little bit of sacrifice so that you can do what you said that you wanted to do. And really beating that into my athletes and going, "You're the one who said you wanted to step on stage.
Yeah.
Nobody's forcing you to do this.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you tell me,
Mhm.
have our goals changed? Because if our goals have changed, that's fine. Goals change all the time. I'm not gonna force you to say that, oh, you wanted to do this once, so we have to stick on it. But if your goal is still the same, we need to have some tough love and we need to have a conversation about this. So not being afraid to have those tough love conversations and not being afraid to hold people to accountable for their actions, I think is one of the best things that you can do to love your people. That
Mhm.
goes for your friends, your family, athletes, clients, coaches, anybody in your life. Um, Holding them accountable and demanding a certain level of a standard out of them
Mhm.
is truly one of the best ways that you can say I love you. And
That's so
my
good.
athletes
Mhm.
know that, and they know that I love them and would do absolutely anything for them, and that includes get on them. And
Mhm.
that includes making sure that they're staying accountable for what
Mhm.
they told me they wanted to do.
You're like, "I'm gonna love you, but I'm gonna tough love you when I need to tough love you."
Mhm.
Absolutely. Who would I
So
be to say, "Oh, it's okay. We'll get it next week."
no,
Eh,
no sugarcoating here with
it's
Courtney.
okay.
So good. All right, well, the one thing that we like to finish up our episodes with are 3 golden nuggets. So what are 3 golden nuggets that you want our listeners to know?
One would be develop a team of people in your life that are specialized in what they do. And
Mm.
when I talk about my own dream team, I want people in my life that are going to help me reach my goals that are good at what they do.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you are somebody who's struggling with your mindset, hiring a lifestyle coach or hiring a mindset coach or a sports psychologist, somebody whose niche is
Mhm.
that, allow them
Mhm.
to do what they are good at. Allow the people in your life to do what they are good at. If you are somebody who is struggling with something health and fitness related, hire a health and fitness coach, hire somebody and invest in your journey, because it's so much more rewarding, and it's so much, you will reach your goals if you allow a differentiation of skill set to be behind you. The
I
second
love that.
golden,
Real quick, actually, on that note, because there's a lot of people, especially with AI, ChatGPT, and all this stuff. They're like, "What do I need a coach for? What do I need a mentor? I'll get this freebie and I'll just do this thing." Why should they not go down that route? Or what would
so
happen if they went down that route?
so AI is imperfect, and it is one of the ways that it is very imperfect is if you ask it a leading question, it
Mm-hmm.
will provide a response that is consistent with that leading question.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So if you were to upload a photo, a check-in photo of yourself, and you were to say, what do I need to work on to be a bikini bodybuilder competitor? I know I need to, the criteria of the division is I need bigger delts and I need bigger glutes and I need a tight waistline. What do I need to do? AI is going to use those buzzwords and that leading criteria that you have
Mm-hmm.
given it, and it is going to go, you need bigger glutes, you need bigger delts, and you need a tighter waistline. So if you do those same things with your habits and you say things like, I'm very good at knowing when to say no to people, but I struggle with this, it will follow that leading question
Mm-hmm.
and it will give a leading response. So you are not really getting objectivity when it comes to AI.
Nope.
And you're a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's, in theory, if we were able to extrapolate every objective or every subjective aspect of our human experience, and we were to shove it aside and we were left with this bare bones objectivity, then yeah, we can use an artificial intelligence source because there's no variables.
Mm-hmm.
It's just objective, fact is fact.
Mm-hmm.
But fact is not fact when you're dealing with people, when you're dealing with
Nope.
emotions, when you're dealing with,
Mhm.
my 2-year-old got food poisoning last night and I couldn't make it to the gym this morning because I was dealing with a puking toddler, and then I had a work meeting. AI is going to go, good luck.
Yeah.
Versus having a human, having another human, you're having a human experience.
Mm-hmm.
So do I think that AI is a tool? Absolutely. Sign of the times, we're walking in the future.
Yes.
But it's not a replacement for the
Nope.
human experience.
Mhm.
And to take that a step further, people, especially doing what I do with peptides and blood work
Mhm.
and looking at some of the more data-driven aspects of health and wellness, people are like, well, why wouldn't I just go to the metaverse for my information? I have fixed dozens of people's protocols, hormones, and had to reverse engineer things because AI told me I should do
Mhm.
this.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Because they ask those leading questions and they go,
Mhm.
I want to take this cycle of peptides. And AI goes, okay,
Sure.
here's how you
Alright.
do that.
Mhm.
Oh,
And then I'm
Jesus.
going, oh my gosh, we have so much redundancy. These two um have have mechanisms of action that are not compatible with each other. Like, oh no, 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 no. So
Mhm.
AI is not a replacement. AI is a tool,
Mhm.
just like anything else, but it is not a replacement. So if you use it
Amen,
as a
sister.
tool, things that it's great for are things like,
Yes.
hey, I'm going out to the Cheesecake Factory for dinner and I need to figure out 3 healthy meal options that are not going to blow my calories for the day.
Mhm.
Use it as a tool. Use it as a source, but do not
It's not the
do
end
not
all
live
be all.
No.
by it. Do not live
That
and
was
die by it.
that was great. Sorry, we'll get back to the 3 golden, nuggets,
No,
but
that's a great point.
that was one that I know we needed to dive into with some people.
Yes. Yep.
It's a great point, and I think that a lot of people look for the convenience aspect of it,
Mhm.
and I totally respect that, but you are doing yourself a disservice,
Yeah.
and you are prolonging your results if that is how you're relying on it. So
Mhm.
that's the hard
Perfect.
truth of it.
Yep, it's true. So what would golden nugget number 2 be?
Golden nugget number 2 would be, I think we gotta go with you deserve to hold yourself accountable to what you say that you want to do in your life. You deserve it. I think everyone deserves that. And I think that the best way that you can love yourself is the best way that you can love others, and that is keeping yourself accountable to those things.
Yes. So good.
Discipline is freedom, and I very much believe in that sentiment that when you hold yourself to a standard of discipline, you are opening up opportunities in your life. It may feel like restriction at first. It may feel like you are withholding. It may feel like it is a not conducive to abundancy. But when you keep the promises to yourself that you want to, your life changes for the better. And when you develop that mindset of I will win because I can, you are going to, like, your life truly doors open that never would have been able to in the past. And then
Good.
I think third would okay. Third is consistency is king. You are not going to show up with a 100% full tank of gas every single day. And giving 100% does not mean giving 10 out of 10. It means that you are giving what you have. So removing that all or nothing mindset around any of your goals, and instead looking at the idea of don't have a 0 day. Don't have a day where you did nothing towards your goals. If the only thing you have to give to your day is staying on your meals, that is a win of a day. That is a step in the right direction. If the only thing you have to give to your day is reading 10 minutes of the book that you said that you were going to finish this month, that is a win towards your day. And then capitalizing on those days where you wake up and you are like, let's go, like, here we go. Those are the days where you capitalize on your workout and your food and your habits and. But on the days where you have 80 to give and you give 80, that is a win of a day. And spend time looking at the win and what you were able to give, and not at the 20% that you missed, or not on the, well, I couldn't make it to the gym today, and I couldn't do this, and I couldn't do this, and I couldn't do this. Okay, what did you do? What that's that optimism versus positivity piece. That's that consistency, because eventually you're going to have more of those good days, and you're going to have more of those days, more of those 90s, more of those 100s. And when you stack those 90, 100, 80, when you stack those B+, A+ days, you can afford to have a C- day, and you're still going to have a win for the week. Your net positive is going to improve. So focusing on stacking wins and staying consistent where you can is going to breed so much more success than holding yourself to a standard of perfection every single day, because we will always fall short.
Blown away. I've just been blown away.
That was amazing. Well, Courtney, we'd like to thank you again for being on our show, and for everybody listening. And don't forget to check out Courtney_Kyle88 on Instagram. Anything that you have questions about when it comes to fitness, whether or not you're competing or not competing, and if you have any questions about peptides, reach out to her. She'd love to help you guys out. And then again, if you have any questions or want any certain guests on our episodes, feel free to reach out to us, and we're here for you. We love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.